of football has gone through the ringer since the old COVID-19 happened way back in March. Of course, the Korean football had its day, so did the Bundesliga and even the Premier League down in England. But now it's all Scotland as the new season is about to kick off. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction show. Today, we are doing something brand new on the channel, and we're going to do it throughout the whole season, boys and girls. That's right, we're taking a look at the Scottish Premiership, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash your subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Scottish Premiership related, Blackburn Roverseas related, world football related. That's right, we are going to predict each and every match day from day one all the way through to the close of the season. Into the future, 2021 we're talking, and we'll get to all that in just a second. But on a big shout outs, we've got a breaking news. That's right, breaking news, hot off the phone, boys and girls. We do have a brand new Patreon. That's right, goodness gracious me. Welcome to the gang. It's Dylan Goddard. He makes Dream Team no longer. He makes it the Dirty Dozen. That's right, Dylan Goddard. Welcome to the Patreon gang. You make number 12. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Well, welcome to the Patreon gang. If anyone else is out there and wants to join in the old Patreon gang, there is a link down below. It says patreon.com/Roverseas. You can support the channel in another way. And Dylan Goddard joins the likes of William Shepherd, LG and Cal, Bianca Muller, Daniel Mellor, Cody Cahoe, Joachim Johansson, Tom Beresford, Tom Clark, John Spurn, Russell Frost, and Aztec, Marky B. Mark. I do appreciate each and every single one of you guys for supporting the channel as the way you do. Puts a smile on my face, makes me get up in the morning, that kind of stuff. But now we are talking about Scotland, boys and girls, and we are going to be looking up at a brand new look. We've got lots to talk about here, boys. We've got lots to talk about, but we're going to look at the new look prediction format, which will be swiftly introduced into all new seasons. And we can start right here with Scotland. So breaking ground here, Scotland. We're breaking ground. And then, of course, we still got some other bits and pieces for the last season to talk about. We're talking about Champions League, Europa League bits and pieces, and they will all follow the old format. This is going to follow the new format. Let's get into it. So here we are, boys and girls, in the brand new Prediction Vortex. As you can see here, there's going to be lots of information coming at the screen in a little bit. But I want to bring attention to these guys right here. We've got an introduction to the Prediction League video in the... Okay, here we go, boys and girls, into the old Prediction Vortex. That's a familiar face you're going to see, or familiar sort of... So here we are, boys and girls, in the new Prediction Vortex. That's right, you're going to be seeing a lot of this sort of view across all the divisions and all that kind of shenanigans as the new seasons come by. I want to bring your attention to these two. That's right, we've got what do we got up here? We've got the introduction to the Prediction League video. If that's not out now, it will be out very, very soon, within the next day or so. And of course, down here as my overall predictions, where is it? For the Scottish Premier League, make sure you check that out. I'm going to put the old links to those videos in there because you won't be able to click on these. I just want to bring your attention to that. And also make sure you get your own predictions in nice and early for matchday number 1 to take part in the brand new Prediction League, and this is the debut of it. And the best place to do, or best thing to do, is smash the old subscribe, smash the little bell as well, so you don't miss a beat. Because basically, in order for you to participate and to do very, very well in the Prediction League, you've got to keep coming back each match day, putting in your predictions. You might have a shitter 1 week, you might have a very good week the next couple of weeks, and then whoever's out on top at the end of the season, they'll become victorious. They'll be the champion of the Scottish Premiership. You'll get a bit of merch from me, whether it's a t-shirt, a cap, a mug. I don't know. I haven't figured all that out yet. Yeah, make sure you get your predictions in nice and early, and of course be sure to check out the video to talk about the Prediction League. So let's get into it. Of course, talking about match day number 1. So here we are, boys and girls, match day number 1 coming at you out in Scotland. Let's bring it on. It's going to be Aberdeen taking on Rangers, of course, kicking all it off on August the 1st. That's right, and it will be at Pittodrie. That's right. Let's take a look at some stats and figures for you coming into this. Of course, where do we begin with this then? It does over the history of time. These two sides have duked it out a fair few times. 136 victories for Rangers over the course of history. 67 victories for Aberdeen and 81 draws between the two sides. They come into this. The last 6 encounters between the two sides sees 2 wins for Rangers, 1 win for Aberdeen, and 3 draws. And the form book heading into this. Now, this is, of course, of last season. The season's brand new. So the form book is zilch, as is the league table over there. It's completely squeaky clean. But we're taking a look at the form book heading into this from the end of last season. Rangers ended the season winning 3 of the last 6 games, losing 2 and drawing 1. Aberdeen on the flip side won the last 2, won 2 of the last 6. Lost 3 of the last 6 and drew 1. Let's talk a little bit about the last few encounters between these two sides. Of course, last time out over in Ibrox, it was a 0-0 draw. That was all the way back in February 2020. And also at Pataudry, it was a 2-2 draw as well. The bookmakers will give these ones pretty good odds, probably for Rangers, I expect. But we'll talk about Aberdeen first. 6-1. They are the favourites. No, they're not. No, they're not. No, they'll take that back. Aberdeen are 6-1 for the victory. 15-4 is your draw. Rangers are actually favourites. 5-2 on. But of course, big news breaking out of Scotland every single moment is Morelos. Looks like he's off to Ligue 1. That's right. We'll be talking about Ligue 1 when it kicks off. So we'll keep an eye on Morelos as he does well, possibly over at Lille. But who's going to replace Morelos scoring the goals this season? That is a massive hole to fill. Defoe's come in on a permanent basis. I'm sure there's going to be I think I've read linking Rangers with what's his name, Marja, or the former Sunderland guy playing over at Bordeaux now. To come in to maybe fill in that void. But whoever it is, they need somebody to come in and score the goals. Anyway, of course, coming into this, Aberdeen top of the table, but it doesn't really matter right now because it's squeaky clean and Rangers are there sitting in the middle of the table. In fact, just above the relegation zone. But don't worry, folks, don't worry. It's early days. For me, I'm going to go with a cheeky 1-0 win for Rangers on this one. It might not be a comfortable win, and I know Stevie G has got his own opinions about starting the season against Aberdeen, where Celtic seem to have a bit of an easier game against Hamilton. So a comfortable 1-0 win for me for Rangers over Aberdeen. What about you guys? Make sure you get your own predictions in nice and early down the foot of the old video there in the comments section. Next up, what do we have? It is Dundee United taking on Super Jays. That's right, the Super Eagles or whatever you want to call them. Let's take a closer look at this game then, shall we? Over the course of time, these two sides have played a whole bunch of games. 44 victories for Dundee United, 34 victories for St Johnstone, and 29 draws between the two sides. The last 6 games, though, 4 victories for St Johnstone, 1 win for Dundee and 1 draw. Heading into this, of course, the last 6 games from the back of last season, 3 wins for St Johnstone and 3 draws as well. Meanwhile, Dundee United come into this with 1 win, 2 defeats and 3 draws. But let's take a look, of course, at those last few games between these two sides, stretching back. The last time they actually played was in 2016, and it was over at St Johnstone Stadium, and it was a 1-0 win for Dundee. Goodness gracious me, the goal scorer on that day was Ryan Dow. Cole Donaldson got himself sent off on that occasion. However, the last time they played in Dundee was a 2-1 win in favour of St Johnstone. That's right, back in 2015. Heading into this, St Johnstone actually kept a clean sheet in 5 of the last 7 away matches in the Premiership. They've also undefeated in the last 7 matches as well, so they'll fancy the chances a little bit up against newly promoted Dundee United. I've got high aspirations of Dundee United this season. I'm not talking about crazy heights, but I think they could possibly just fall shy of that halfway mark in the old 6th spot on the table. Heading into this, of course, the bookmakers odds 70-10 for Dundee for the victory, 23-10 is your 31-20. So the Super Jays, they are the favourites, of course, coming into this squeaky clean situation in the table. And I'm going to go with, on this one, I'm going to go with a 2-1 win for the homeboys on this one. Yeah, the Super Jays may have the stronger team, and of course managed by Callum Donaldson, ex-Rover, of course, way back when, an ex-Scottish international as well. But yeah, I think Dundee United will get the edge on this one to give themselves a nice opening day to the season. 2-1 in the end. Next up we have Hibs up against Kilmarnock. Now, if you want to know a little bit about me, I've got, of course, I support Blackburn Rovers die hard, but my Scottish team is Hibernian, that's right. So you'll be seeing a lot of green-tinted glasses whenever the Hibs games come up. So probably likely going to be a Hibs victory in my eyes on this one. But anyway, let's take a look at the stats on this one over the course of time. Hibs have beaten Kilmarnock 96 times. Kilmarnock have beaten Hibs 72 times. There's been 53 draws between the two sides, and over the last 6 games between these two sides, it's been 2 wins for Hibs, 2 wins for Kilmarnock, and 2 draws as well. Heading into this, identical form for these, or reasonably identical form in the last 6 games, stretching into the back of last season. 2 wins for Hibs, 3 draws and 1 draw, and the same can be said for Kilmarnock. Of course, it takes place at Easter Road, this one. Again, the transfer window is wide open, so I do expect the squads to either strengthen or weaken. They've got a couple of hot prospects on their books, Hibs. They've also got Jack Ross pulling the strings, of course, ex-Sunderland man. I think that name, the Sunderland name keeps to be cropping up all over the place. But anyway, heading into this, of course, Hibs against Kilmarnock. Kilmarnock actually lost 7 of the last 8 away matches in the Premiership, stretching all the way back into last season. So not great. That's away form as well. The bookmakers, I'll tell you that. The bookmakers 21-20. Hibs are the favourites. 25 is your draw. 5-2 is your away win for Kilmarnock. Of course, going away days. And of course, no fans as well across the board. That's from what I understand. can. So it's going to be a tough old boots for all the sides to get themselves excited and motivated for match day number 1. But if you get off on a good foot, you just don't know. And of course, I fancy Hibs to do very, very well as well this season. But will they get an opening day victory? I think so. I'm going to give themselves a comfortable 2-0 win at the end of the day to give themselves 3 points and an opening day result. Next up, what do we have? It is St Mirren up against Livingston. Of course, this takes place over in St Mirren itself. Let's take a look at these ones then, shall we? The last 6 encounters, well, not the last 6 encounters, over the course of time. Livingston have beaten St Mirren 8 times. St Mirren have beaten Livingston 7 times. And there's been 3 draws between the two sides. The last 6 encounters, though, 2 wins for St Mirren, 3 wins for Livy, and 1 draw. The form book heading into this, St Mirren have won 2 of the past 6 games, drawn 2 and lost 2, whereas Livingston have actually just won the once, drawn 3 times and lost twice heading into this. Livingston have actually failed to win 31 of the last 33 away matches in the Premiership, where St Mirren are undefeated in the last 5 home matches as well. So very, very good form heading into this, but they've got no fans this time. No disrespect, no one's got any fans this time around. So it's going to be tough boots for Livingston to step up the plate on this one. For me, I just find this one a little bit drab. I'm not too sure if there's going to be too many goals, if any goals, if I'm completely honest with you. The bookmakers, what do they think on this one then? We got 9-5 for St Mirren, 23-10 is your draw, 29-20 is your away win. I'm going to go, and I just want to let you know is where they are sitting in the table. Of course, this is going to be a much more important graphic once the season kicks off. But of course, tough old boots. This one, I find it hard to call. Livingston are, they finished decent last season, but again, you got to take into account that the season just abrupted endly. I think they finished quite high, and to be honest with you, I think it might have been a bit of false dawn for Livingston, and ultimately, I think they're just going to squeeze a draw out of this one, 0-0 opening day. To be honest with you, Livingston, I think it's a fair result for them. Start the season unbeaten, keep it going into match day number 2, and you just don't know what's gonna be at the end of it. So I'm going to go with a 0-0 on that one. Next up, we have, of course, the champions, Celtic, taking on Hamilton Academicals. Let's take a close look at this one then, shall we? Over the course of time, these two sides have duked out a fair few times. 175 victories for Celtic, just 53 for Hamilton. What else we got? And 71 draws between the two sides. The last 6 encounters, it's 6 wins out of 6 for Celtic over Hamilton over the course of the past few matches. Heading into this, though, the form book range, Celtic have actually won 5 of the past 6 games and drawing the other. Hamilton have actually won once, lost 2 and drawn 3 of the past few games. Of course, the last 6 encounters, 6 out of 6 for Celtic. They did beat Hamilton at their place 4-1 last time around. That was back in February. Last time they played at Celtic Park was a 2-1 win for Celtic. Ryan Christie and Scott Brown on the score sheet. 2 goals late in that one. Hamilton also got one from Marius Ogobogo as well. Celtic have actually won 20 of the last 22 matches in the Premiership. They've also scored at least 3 goals in 8 of the last 10 matches in the Premiership. The bookmakers will go red hot favourites 10-1 on for Celtic. They are red hot favourites. 9-1 is your draw. 18-1 is your away win for Hamilton. They of course sit right here on the table, but it doesn't really matter. I'm going to go with a comfortable 3-0 win for Celtic in the end. And then finally, wrapping up the weekend, it will be Ross County. So next up we have Ross County. They're going to be taking on Motherwell for their opening day. Over the course of time, these two sides have duked out a fair few times. Well, not that many actually, to be honest with you. 14 wins for Motherwell, 8 wins for Ross County. And then there's been 7 draws between the two sides. Of the last 6 matches, though, there's been 3 wins for Motherwell, 2 wins for Ross County, and 1 draw. The form book heading into this, Ross County won 2 of the past 6 games, losing 3 and drawing 1. Motherwell have actually drawn 3, lost 2, and won 1. That's against other opposition heading into this, stretching into the back of last season. Of course, the bookmakers will have their own opinion. I'll talk more about that in a minute. But the last time that these two sides did meet was back in March. Before the lockdown, 4-1 win for Motherwell. Mark O'Hara on the score sheet, Alan Campbell with a brace. Tony Watt, ex-Rover, on the score sheet as well. Liam Fontaine opening up the scoring for Ross County. Bookmakers on this one. Taking place on Monday, the 3rd of August. 2-1 for Ross County, 12-5 is your draw. 13-10 is your away win for Motherwell. Of course, Motherwell ending the season brightly, looking very, very good for themselves as well. And I do fancy their chances on this one. I'm going to go with a 2-1 win away from home to give themselves a bit of a boost and a bit of a kickstart into the old season. And that, my friends, will complete match day number 1 over in Scotland. And let's just say, between you and I, all these Predicaroonies down there, wherever they are, right there, if they all come in, bang on the nose, this is what the situation will look like after match day number 1 out in Scotland. Celtic will lead the table, of course, on goal difference. Hibs will be in 2nd. Motherwell will be 3rd. Dundee United will be in 4th. Down the foot of the table will be Hamilton Academicals, who are in 12th, and Kilmarnock in 11th. But of course, it is early days. Let's not get too excited or too disheartened about your season. It's only match day number 1, folks. Again, be sure to get your own predictions in nice and early for your Predicaroonies. Why? Because, let me get back into it, because we have, of course, the Prediction League, boys and girls. Be sure to get your predictions in nice and early down below. Smash the subscribe, smash the thumbs up, and all that kind of good stuff. Check out these other videos up here. One is for the old grand prize, which is the Scotland, what I think will happen in the season, and of course the introduction to the Prediction League. But that's it. Hopefully you enjoyed the new look. We're gonna be unleashing this sort of format across the divisions, and there's gonna be many divisions. We're looking at probably, dare I say it, between 8, 11. Something like that. And that is not including Champions League, of course, and all the other kind of stuff. Be sure to check out the introduction to the Prediction League video. That should probably be on either later Tuesday, Wednesday, if not already. I don't know. It's just been a bit of a crazy few days. But that's it. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash that thumbs up. And if you are new, smash the subscribe. Big shout out again to the patrons. And of course, Dylan Goddard coming into the gang. Yes, he makes the dozen, the baker, the normal, the dirty dozen. Now we're looking for the baker's dozen. Is the number 13 out there? Unlucky for some. Is it unlucky for me? Probably. But until then, I'll see you all very soon. Smash the thumbs up, smash the subscribe, check out the description, and I'll see you all later. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.